Hi, welcome to the Crypto Republic. Before we begin today, if you're serious about staying ahead in this once-in-a-lifetime financial shift, make sure you like this video, drop a comment, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Hello, XRP Army, and welcome back to the Crypto Republic, your go-to channel for the latest high-energy updates in digital assets. Before we get started with today's business, make sure to smash that like button, ring that bell, and subscribe to the Crypto Republic. Bringing you updates every day at 9 a.m., noon, and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Everyone is wrong about XRP's price. For years, you've been told it can't hit $100, that it would require $1 trillion market cap, that it's impossible. But what if all of that is based on the wrong math? What if XRP is sitting on one of the biggest hidden multipliers in crypto history? Welcome back to the Crypto Republic, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I'm going to show you something that will change how you look at XRP forever. Tiny inflows can trigger monumental increases, and the math tells a story most people completely misunderstand. Most people evaluate XRP purely through market cap logic. XRP can't reach $100. It needs $1 trillion, they say. But that assumes every dollar flowing in equals $1 in market cap growth. That's not how crypto works, ladies and gentlemen. The market is far more elastic. Prices accelerate with demand, and XRP's liquidity structure amplifies this effect. Recent data proves just how powerful this dynamic is. Analysts Chad Steinreiter and Zach Rector ran an experiment. Chad tracked inflows. 4.78 million moved XRP 5 cents from $2.15 to $2.20. That's barely a few $1 million, creating tens, even hundreds of millions in market cap growth. Zach ran the math and found a 5 to 98 times market cap multiplier. $10 in inflows could increase market cap by roughly $5,980. Even conservative estimates show how small inflows ignite massive moves. It's like lighting a match in a dry forest. One spark can ignite an enormous blaze. Family offices, hedge funds, and sovereign entities have more than enough capital to move XRP's price. Even $100 million allocation from a single mid-tier hedge fund could trigger enormous upward pressure. Multiply this across dozens of institutions, and the numbers become staggering. XRP's efficiency, thin order books, and liquidity structure means small inflows are magnified across the ecosystem. Here's a critical factor most people miss. Ripple's OTC buffer. Every month, Ripple releases XRP from Escrow, selling portions directly to institutions. These deals bypass public exchanges, so market prices don't spike even during massive acquisitions. This mechanism quietly stabilizes price, allowing accumulation without shocking the market. But it won't last forever, ladies and gentlemen. As escrow supply dwindles, OTC buffer shrinks, and institutions will have no choice but to step into public exchanges. That's when the multiplier goes nuclear. XRP's order books are very thin. When large inflows hit, buyers find gaps instead of walls of sellers. Thin liquidity combined with massive demand creates a non-linear price jump, not gradual growth. Imagine a $1 billion family office allocation hitting public exchanges. Multiply this by dozens of funds, sovereign entities, and ETFs. And $100 even higher becomes mathematically possible without needing trillions in cash. Reality is very different. Institutional demand puts XRP. Ordinary market cap logic says XRP needs roughly $6 trillion to reach $100. But with thin liquidity, the multiplier effect, and OTC depletion, the reality is very different. Institutional demand plus XRP's bridge currency efficiency could propel the price higher than anyone expects. $100 is no longer fantasy. It's a logical, data-driven scenario. Look back at 2017. XRP moved sideways for months, consolidating, trapping traders, and then exploded almost overnight. The same pattern is forming again today. Symmetrical triangles coiling supply and demand, ready to break. But now fundamentals, infrastructure, and institutional awareness are 10 times stronger. This won't just be a pump. It will be a revaluation event. Ripple's escrow releases continue to shrink month by month. Once the OTC buffer disappears, institutions must buy directly on public exchanges, competing with retail traders, whales, and funds. That's when the 598 multiplier, or even a conservative 200 to 300 times, becomes reality. Prices jump, order books vaporize, and XRP is forced to skyrocket to meet new demand. The people behind Ripple aren't amateurs. Individuals like Craig Phillips, with 35 years at Morgan Stanley, and BlackRock understand liquidity and price discovery. They are strategically positioning XRP for a world where institutional money, escrow dynamics, and market demand collide. When this happens, the breakout won't be gradual. It will be explosive. Thin liquidity, OTC depletion, and institutional demand combine to create a nonlinear parabolic price action. The rest of the world is still debating $10 or $100, but those who understand supply curves, multipliers, and liquidity mechanics already know the answer. Charts today show a quiet buildup, symmetrical triangles and coiling demand, mirroring 2017. But now ETFs are on the horizon. Banks are integrated, and liquidity corridors are alive. When the break comes, it won't be hype. It will be a strategic revaluation. This isn't just a bull run. It's the transformation of global finance. XRP sits at the center, bridging liquidity worldwide, institutional adoption, OTC buffer depletion, and the multiplier effect converge for one historic moment. XRP isn't waiting for permission. It's waiting for ignition. Charts are aligning, fundamentals are in motion, and the narrative is flipping right before our eyes. When the market wakes up, there won't be time to react, only to watch. The truth is simple. It's not if XRP revalues, it's when. Early believers understand the supply curve, the multiplier, and liquidity squeeze. They know what's coming while the world debates $10 or $100. Remember, the game is changing. Make sure you're on the right side of it. You have two choices. You can be like the crowd, reacting after the move, rationalizing why they missed it, telling themselves they'll never let it happen again. Or you can be the one who saw behind the curtain, the one who understood the infrastructure shift, the one who positioned early, not randomly, but intentionally. Because some moments in history are loud, but the ones that change everything are quiet, right up until the moment they're not. And this is one of those moments. Do not blink, because the world is distracting you with noise, while XRP is quietly stepping into its final form. Stay sharp, stay informed, always accumulate knowledge. Your move now will be remembered. This is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning. If this opened your eyes, smash that like button, ring the bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, turn on notifications, and most importantly, subscribe to the Crypto Republic, bringing you the truth about XRP, global banking moves, and the wealth transfer already unfolding. Don't just watch history happen. Stay informed, stay ahead, and stay in the Republic, ladies and gentlemen.